Welcome to my pick a card reading for April 21, and this month the symbols are pink because I felt like it is spring, and you can choose between the rose, the feather and the Chamuel stone. So if you have chosen the rose, I would say that your motto for April is from Cinderella. It's the good in the body and the bad into your crop. It is a month of deciding what you want to keep in your life or what you want to let go of. In the past you have Sappho, you have Pluto and Lilith, and you have Purifying Garden. To me, Purifying Garden is a card that is really about cleansing, about going into the depth. This card is connected to the goddess Nephthys, and she is the sister of Isis, and she's not so visible, she's not so out there, but without her help Isis wouldn't have made it, so she is like an invisible force. Purification very often is more an inside process. It is a process of going deep regarding your health. It could be a process of detoxing, but it is a process that really says, I want to get rid of things I don't need anymore. I have to get rid maybe of people I don't need anymore. With Sappho and with Pluto, I would say it is, I really want to relate in a new way. I want to relate differently. I cannot continue the way it was. And Sappho is always about daring to be different. It cannot be like it had been. And Pluto and Lilith often stand for transformation and stand for intimacy. If you are really intimate with someone, or the moment you allow yourself to be intimate, you have to surrender yourself to something bigger. And because you surrender yourself to something bigger, you are transformed. So I feel that with Sappho, these new ideas were something bigger than yourself, something new to yourself, where you realized, I am more than I thought. And regarding work, I am able of more than I thought. Or if it is regarding love, I feel that intimacy is more to me than I thought, or that I thought I wanted. The things that are close to me have to be different. I dare to be different. I dare to step into a new, it's big, but it could even be that you step into a new matrix. It is this kind of, I know it has to be different, and I feel like you started something that said, I have to purify, I have to detox what is not longer serving me. And this detox could be mentally, this detox could be in your work, this detox could be in your health, this detox could be in your relationships, but it is a form of detox to say, inside these old structures I cannot grow, I cannot be anymore. And because of that I have to change those structures, I have to transform them, because what I realize, or the new that I realize, is bigger than what had been before. This is also reflected, as I said, in this Cinderella theme of the good ones into the body, the bad ones into your crop, when it is about letting go, where it is about Litha, about Mabon and about Pachamama. So the theme is where you know something had been culminated. Litha is to me also what the full moon stands for. It is a point of culmination, it is a point of realization, it is a point of the development can go no further. It is at a very high point, and this could mean that you are right now very, very happy and you feel fulfilled, and now you think of what are my next steps, because something really positive happened in my life that brought big change. You're also deciding what are the things that I want to keep and what are the things I want to let go of, and what doesn't serve me anymore. You are able now to really determine, this is what I need, this is what I don't need. And now it's not about only a theory, it's not only an idea, but I'm really trying to build a new foundation in my life. And as I said, when you already are very happy, then it is of course easier than when you are in a crisis, but keep the good and dump the bad. This is the process of April, and I wouldn't say that April brings so much results or so much huge changes in the outside. It is more that you differentiate, that you become clearer which path to follow, because you have the Danan, you have Neptune, and you have guardian spirits. So this combination of cards is that you really have help from the invisible worlds, that you really have help from also the invisible spirits in nature. You really are supported in your process of determining for you what is good for you and what is not so good for you. This process will bring results, but I wouldn't say that April is so much the month where huge changes happen. It is more that you continue this process that already started in the past with Pluto and with Purifying Garden and with Sappho, to realize there is more for my life. If I want more in my life, I have to decide what I let go of and what I continue, or what I even do more of, or with whom I'm more with, or with whom I'm less with. And this takes courage. I mean, takes courage to really decide and not only be vague about it. But I feel in this process you are protected. With guardian spirits you are protected, and I would say with Neptune you are also guided. I mean, Neptune sometimes can also mean that where it is actually going or where it is leading to is not so clear right now. I feel it doesn't have to be that clear. It is good that you are in a process, and this process to me already gives you strength. If this is connected to your health, then it is really wise to use April to find a new way to treat your body, to nourish your body, what you should continue to put into your body and what you maybe shouldn't do anymore. April for you is a month of determination. This determination will bring results later on, and this determination I feel like already started. It is not something that hits you in this month. What you identify as something that is nourishing for you is something different now, and you really want to step into that reality and let go of things that you don't need anymore. Don't procrastinate. It is a time to really decide, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, this is what I need, this is what I don't need. So I hope this was helpful. I wish you a wonderful April. Namaste. If you have chosen the feather, I would say that April will be a month of change for you. And this change, or this new perspective, started already. Whether it is a love relationship that has already started, or whether you have started already a new project, or whether you are in a healing process already, but something new has already started, and this is something that makes you really happy. Something started in the recent past that made you really happy, and is something that gives hope and beauty for the future. So the cards for the past are Beltane, are Fulfillment, and are Venus. So because you are very content right now, you allow yourself to have new values. Something really beautiful happened in your past where you felt, this is right for me, this is what I want to continue, or this is where I want to continue. The main theme for April is Sacred Garden, is Inanna, and is Passion. And these are all cards that mean to me that your inner passion is really connected with your outer passion. With Sacred Garden, you are in a state of bliss, but sometimes we are through meditation or something, we are in a state of bliss inside, but it doesn't necessarily translate into the outside, in our outside world. But with Passion, with Inanna, I would say that we are really able to translate this inner bliss. I would say something happened that really fuels this passion, but this passion is inside and outside of you. It is something that is really, a new lust for life, a new energy to be in contact with others. And with Inanna, you are the queen in your life, and you don't have to be arrogant or something. It is the pride that comes out of love, the dignity. You are able to get into contact with others with a lot of dignity, with a lot of inner value. And because you have this inner value, others cannot trigger you that easily. And because others cannot trigger you that easily, because you are very positive, or you vibrate a lot of positivity comes back to you. That is very beautiful. So I would say April is a month of enjoying life and enjoying your connections with life, whether it is in your workplace or whether it is in relationships, but it is really enjoying yourself in life, in the interaction with life. What is coming is, yeah, as I said in the beginning, it is a month of change, and you also have twin flames and sacred contracts, and you also have ignorance. So I would say, because you are so positive in your movement towards life, in your way you interact with life, it is more easy for you to see who is not in alignment with you and who is really in alignment with you. With twin flames and sacred contracts, there is a possibility to really meet your other part, your even twin flame. Or if you are a twin flame, there might be a real change in your relationship. But it is definitely a time where you are able to really see the difference. In this month you really step into your inner queen, and because you shine, some people will also move away. Maybe your light is too much for them. The light you shine is too much to them. Maybe they feel too small, maybe they want you to be smaller, that's not clear. Just because some are in ignorance doesn't mean that these relationships definitely go out of your life or leave you, but that there is definitely a pause in those relationships, and that you will come closer to others. Because you are so much in the light, you will really experience light in your relationships. There are changes coming, and I would say even at your workplace, there might be people leaving your team and there might be others coming in where you really feel more at ease, but it is a positive change. April is a month of a lot of joy for you. This is what I would say. So I wish you a wonderful April. Namaste. The last group is the group of the Chamuel stone, the angel of love. In this group I would say you really prayed for change in the past, and you knew that change was needed. You knew you had to change for a new future, and something was really brought to closure. So the cards are prayer, future and fulfillment. Generally speaking, it wasn't a huge crisis moment, but it was definitely a realization to make the next steps into the future. I really need to change now. I need to bring something to a closure, and I need guidance. I can't do it by myself. I need guidance. The main theme for April has to do with Turandot, has to do with Imbolc, has to do with patience and purifying gardens. So I would say you are in a purification process, you are in a purging process. You already realize that something new has to happen. But with Turandot there is rage in you, and there is pain in you, and there is disappointment in you, and you have to purify that. You have to purify that anger or this disappointment, and to come to a place of Imbolc, this innocence, this, okay, I know that some things had to go, but all these things that ended, all these things where you know it won't be the same anymore, this might frustrate you, this might make you angry. Whatever are the faults of others, it doesn't serve me to look so much on what did they do to me, but more purging and getting out of this rage and coming more into inner peace and taking your time. I mean, with patience I would say it might take time to heal. if you are in a health crisis, I would say it will take this month for you to heal. And if it's not about health, if it is about relationships or if it is about your work, I would say that it is wise to discipline yourself, to not act out of rage, but really to try to purge it inside of yourself, to really go for a walk or detox or draw pictures or sing, but don't let it out on other people, because there is a disappointment that is inside of you, and maybe you're also disappointed because you prayed so much for the new, and what maybe is happening right now doesn't look like the new. It doesn't look like what you prayed for, but maybe it looks like the contrary. So this is something that really frustrates you, but to say, yeah, maybe this big change that you are praying for needs more time. It can't go that fast. And I would say what you have to let go of, or what you thought you already brought to a closure, is actually deeper and goes really, really deep, and maybe goes into other lifetimes, but is something that sits very deep in your bones. And whatever is the fault of others, that doesn't mean that everything is on your shoulders. It might also be karmic themes that came to a closure. Because they came to a closure, you have to allow yourself to be different, and that this process takes time, and there is a lot of rage and there is a lot of pain, and to say, well, it is what it is. I would say that April for you is a month of a vision quest. In the future you have the imprint of karma, you have the underworld, you have Jupiter, and you have vision quest. And I would say that vision quest is actually the card for this month for you, because as I said, you brought things into a closure. You really prayed for, where is the new? What is coming? I want to know. Please help me. And then the result seems, yeah, like shattered dreams almost. But I would say that the cards say it only seems that way. You are just, it is not so fun, but you are in a process of purging, and let this process go through you, and let this really cleanse all your areas of life, the whole of your body, the whole of your soul. And then, and I wouldn't say and then, I would more say during that cleansing, you are already in the process of a vision quest where your next steps will be. And with Jupiter, it also will be good steps. There will be something good coming out of that. But I wouldn't say that April is a month of reward for you. I would say that April is more a month of purging and cleansing, and because of this cleansing out of old, even karmic structures, the new will come in. So this is what I see for April. I wish you a wonderful April nevertheless. Namaste.